What's going on, shipmates? We are back in Echo, a weekly reset, and a new UR unit to review. So, event-wise, there's not too much going on. We got just a couple of new mini events, really just like one, to be honest. And then we do have a new UR Neolith being featured this week, so we'll review that, check that out, and then we'll go head into the UR units story event and then her actual review towards the end. Now, with that said, let's jump straight into it. So first thing first, Shadow Ops is here for about another day. By the time you guys see it, it'll probably be over because it is Monday and I'll probably be posting this out on Tuesday. We still got the 7-day sign-in. This is going to be done here soon in about 3 days, so at the end of this week. Modulate Star is here this week. It is 20 living metal, so it did change from the regular summons. So living metal 20 for this go around. This one just started yesterday, so it's here for another 5 days. So get your free 20 living metals. Now, next thing to go over, just the only main thing for patrols, King of the Cage is back. Season 21, as you guys know, as I always recommend doing King of the Cage. King of the Cage, from what I've seen and from what my experience is, does give some of the most more fight towards the end of the season. So after the 6 days, season's done. If you go in there and you look it up, you can see kind of and map out what place you need to be to get the more fight. But I mean, if you get like top 100 or something like that, I think it's about at least 1,000, maybe even 1,200. So of course, the higher you go up, the more you get. But even by participating, I think you do get like at least 500. So it's anything, it's good. It's something there. It's a couple of free summons, if anything. Check it out. So don't miss out on that. Now, next thing we got is the UR Neolith. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into that. Down here. So let's go here. We'll come back to her. Bam. So we have UR Kalinca Solais. Butchered that. So we got UR Cow. Alright, so let's check it out. Dope graphics. Love the sword look. Those are the attributes. Let's see what it actually does. So invincible sword. The wielder of Solais shall never fall. Deals 265% Neolith damage to front row enemies. So that's 3 in the front row, and grants Sword of Dominion to the 2 allies with the highest attack for 2 rounds. And of course, oh, there it is. What is Sword of Dominion? Increases attack by 15%. Wow. And deals damage equal to 166% attack to all enemies. Triggers up to 2 times per round. What? Did I read that right? So they get an increase of 15%, and they're dealing damage on top of what the sword already did. On top of the 265, they're doing the 166 attack to full AoE all enemies. That's crazy. This second one, Treasure of Light. For every 2 limit break skills cast on the field, deals Neolith damage equal to 265% attack to all front row enemies. Trigger 1 time per battle. That one's not too bad. It's another hit. But it's only activated once. That first one, this Sword of Dominion skill and effect is pretty good. That's quite a bit for a Neolith. Man, what do I have? Do I have enough to get this? Oh, I do. Oh. Alright, quick run through. Let's grab it. What am I gonna switch it out with? I think I might switch it out with the with my my what you call it. I have the golden fleece little roll that I think is more of like a healer. I would definitely switch it with this one because I'm really digging that. Oh, it's a fragment. Really digging that 15%. I got. And this is why we save. This is why we save, shipmates. You save, you wait for it, you see it come in. 150, that is a lot of summons to hit a pity. Bam, there we go, we got it. We didn't have to hit the pity, the 150, we got it. Maybe 110 still. 122, nice. 86 more. Now that's also because of the summon, that's also going to count toward the living metal. But other than that, that's it for Neolith. Now we're going to jump straight over to the story mode and check that out, and then we'll head back and look at the new unit. So this is her story mode event. So same thing. Once again, you got your gear pack, you get a free one there. The daily achievements and tasks are the same. Your trade point is going to be your shop, same as always, nothing's changed there. Titan engine over here, this is where if you do decide to chase the unit and you get multiples and dupes, you can get some rewards here as well, so don't forget that part. And then we got Serene is going to be the boss challenge for this event there. She's also back in the summoning as well. So, and then here is the actual story part. 3 chapters, expedition style. You get about, so you get 300 there. You get another 90 in there, so about 500 per one, per chapter. 3 chapters. They unlock every 2 days once you clear through it. About 1,400 to 1,500 more fight that you get from this event. So it's about one free 10 summon that you get. So, but other than that, there's no other little mini events of stuff like that. So it's been, once again, the same. Now, everything you guys have been waiting for. UR Kalinca Overlord induction. She is Bifrost DPS. As you can see there, attributes are the same for the base of any DPS UR unit. So let's go ahead and check in and look at her actual skills. All right, skill 1 activates her wrench, dealing physical damage equal to 81% attack to back row enemies. Okay, good, that's good. Those are going to be your lesser HP units usually. Also deals damage equal to 14% of max HP to enemies with electric shock. Capped at 280% of her attack, she recovers 25 potential. Alright. Secondary. Releases a current, dealing physical damage equal to 116% attack to all enemies. Okay, cool. Full AoE going on there. This damage has an additional 50% crit and crit damage. This also deals extra damage equal to 250% attack to enemies with electric shock. Ignoring defense. Ooh. Recovering 50 potential. Alright, so this electric shock state is really what's going to bring out the most in this unit. The 50% crit and crit damage is wild, which is great. You want that kind of extra hit, that extra damage, extra chance with any DPS unit for sure. Alright, next we got the UR, the ultimates here. Let's check this out. Releases a high voltage, dealing physical damage equal to 200% attack to all enemies. So once again, a full AoE hit. Damage has additional 50% crit and crit damage again. Also deals extra damage equal to 250% attack to all enemies with electric shock. Ignore defense. Ignoring defense is key. Now let's take a look at the passive. This is hopefully where it explains what this electric shock. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. All right. Kalinca accumulates energy. At the start of each round, she gains 1 stack of volt charge, lasting throughout the battle. When an ally takes action, Kalinca gains 1 stack of volt charge, up to 2 times per round. Whenever an enemy takes action, she gains 1 stack of overload, lasting throughout the battle, up to 2 times per round. At the start of the first round, she applies electric shock to 2 random enemies for 2 rounds. And then volt charge increases crit by 20%. Wow, when reaching 6 stacks, immediately resists the skill and clears all volt charge stacks. So you're telling me crit can get up to 120% on top of the 50 that you're getting from the second and third skills. Electric shock received healing and shield effects are reduced by 16%. Wow. When attacked, there's a 50% chance to apply the effect to units without electrical shock. That's dope. Upon death, the effect is applied to units without electric shock. Okay. Overload increases crit damage by 20%. When 6 stacks are reached, it immediately reduces the limit break skill and clears all overload. So, overload and volt charge, crit and crit damage increased by 20%. 6 stats for each one, a max of 120% crit or crit damage. Electric shock now, and I see here it only applies to 2 random enemies, but those random enemies are getting so much more extra damage from this DPS unit. Yeah, she's a killer. She's a killer. Man, I wish I had a Bifrost team for this unit. I don't know if I have enough units to make a decent one. But this is a great, yeah, this overload, definitely overloading with the crit and crit damage for this unit. Links, we got Mel. If you have her, increases her HP by 18%. Sphinx increases armor by 18%. Lydia increases resistance by 18%, and the one you want the most, of course, Lascal and Eton increases their Kalinca's attack by 25%. That's the big one. Bifrost unit DPS, very, very good DPS unit. I mean, this is, yeah, for sure, a lot of extra damage going on. Like I said before, the crit and the crit damage increasing. I mean, you got the 50% increase for the second and third skill, and then you got the effects of volt charge and overload with a max of 120% of each one. If you're just stacking that up and then they get the max stacks and then gets released, there's a lot going on with this unit. If you can get her well and pair her well with some other Bifrost units and just getting her even more bonus effects on top of attributes, this would wipe anybody out. And of course, reduced healing and shield is always good because we do have a lot of units out there doing those kinds of things. Now, that's it for the video. UR Mira is still here, and like I said, UR Serene is back as well. Starpath is still here. Witch's Bug to get pieces of Witch Prinny is still there as well. So, all in all, if you're looking for a DPS unit, this is a good one. I'm not gonna lie. Even if you're kind of like a mixed team or still starting off, she's good. Those skills, you don't necessarily need a Bifrost team. She's just good to put into your team to have for a DPS unit. Like I said, my team is fully East Rise, so if I were to take somebody out, it would kind of break and I would lose a little bit of power. So I'm not gonna do that. But I might just try to get her for a Bifrost team that I will make later on. But other than that, that's the video. Not too much going on except for the new unit here, the UR Kalinca DPS Overload Induction. Great unit. She's probably going to be really popular. So other than that, that's the video, shipmates. Hope you guys enjoy it. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Next video, I will see you guys. Fair winds and following seas.